Lawrence J. Ellison, popularly known as Larry Ellison, co-founded Oracle Corp in 1977 and has been its chief executive officer since then. Larry Ellison is without a doubt one of the people who have influenced the tech industry the most. In fact, CNBC has named him number 10 in its new list of the 25 business people who had the most profound impact on business and finance in the past 25 years. He is ranked among the top 10 richest business czars. Here are 7 things you need to know about Larry Ellison. Number 7. A college dropout billionaire. Like technology honcho Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Michael Dell, Larry Ellison too is a college dropout. Larry Ellison certainly isn't the only billionaire college dropout to find success in Silicon Valley, but he was one of the first. Before Bill Gates, before his best friend Steve Jobs, before Michael Dell, Ellison left the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign after his second year. Later, he joined the University of Chicago, however, didn't complete it either. Ellison dropped out of college not just once, but twice, before moving to Northern California at age 22 in 1966. He stayed in school long enough to learn about computer design, and a few years later invented a database by reading a paper about it written by an IBM scientist. He was reportedly inspired by a paper written by Edgar F. Codd on rational database systems. Today, that database is run by all the world's biggest companies. Just about every time you use a credit card, book an airline ticket, or get a prescription drug, Oracle has helped you do it. Ellison jointly started Oracle Corporation with $12,000, 2 years younger to arch-rival Microsoft. Oracle went public a day before Microsoft in 1986. In 1977, he founded Software Development Laboratories, which was renamed Relational Software Inc., later renamed Oracle after the flagship product Oracle Database. Ellison wanted IBM's System R database to be compatible with Oracle. However, IBM is believed to have refused to share System R's code. Ellison founded the company with Bob Miner and Ed Oates. Ellison reportedly sold his first database to CIA. It was named Oracle version 2. Later, he named the company Oracle. According to analysis, Ellison didn't like Microsoft's IPO overshadowing Oracle's. Microsoft IPO came just a day after Oracle. 6. His lavish lifestyle. In 2012, Ellison bought fellow billionaire David Murdoch's 98% stake in Lanai, a 140-square-mile Hawaiian island home to about 3,100 people. The deal, thought to be worth upwards to $500 million, and includes 2 luxury resorts, 2 golf courses, 2 clubhouses, and 88,000 acres of land. It will end up costing Ellison even more, however, due to the tourist spot losing tens of millions of dollars a year in operating costs. The brash CEO of Oracle has been in the news for spending nearly $200 million on near a dozen properties in the U.S. posh Malibu town. Ellison's Japanese-style imperial villa includes a traditional tea house, bathhouse, gardens, 2 waterfalls, 3 cottages, and several ponds. The house also has Japanese screens and 2 Japanese flooring rooms. The house has a man-made 2.3-acre lake, and with extensive seismic retrofit. The exquisite 23-acre property is located in Woodside, California, one of the most expensive areas in the U.S. There's no place like home. Well, in Ellison's case, there are several places just like it. The billionaire has vast estates in San Francisco, Nevada, Malibu, and Japan. As of June 2020, Ellison is said to be the 7th wealthiest person in the world, with a net worth of $66.8 billion. The fabulously wealthy Ellison spends big money as easily as he makes it. He's got mansions, a private golf course, tennis tournaments, and yachts. He collects airplanes, boats, cars, and art. He even owns 2 airlines and a Hawaiian island, or at least most of one. He paid $300 million for 98% of Island and Lanai, Hawaii. He is using Lanai to create a model of sustainable farming and living. Ellison set the bar for lavish spending among tech industry billionaires. A licensed pilot, Ellison's fleet of planes includes some fighter jets and some exotic aircrafts. The Oracle CEO travels from Malibu to Japan in his $41 million Gulfstream 5. In 2001, the authorities at the San Jose airport claimed that Ellison had broken late-night flying rules. Later, he got a waiver from the airport to take off and land late at will. Ellison's collection of cars include Acura NSX, Audi R8, and McLaren F1. He also reportedly owns a Lexus LFA and Lexus LS 600 HL. Ellison stepped down as Oracle CEO in 2014, but continues to enjoy his position as one of the richest people in the world. Number 5. Larry Ellison's super yacht and his love for sailing. If you had $200 million, what would you blow it on? Ellison decided to have a yacht built for him. The 500-foot long rising sun. So large it couldn't even moor in most of the world's marinas. The ship is 5 stories high and 472 feet long and features a jacuzzi and a wine cellar, among other accoutrements. Supposedly, Ellison made the yacht that size because he wanted something bigger than Paul Allen's sea craft. He later downsized, if the word is appropriate, to the 290-foot Musashi. He has won the America's Cup. Oracle Team USA won the prestigious sailing competition, America's Cup, in 2013 after a dramatic comeback to overcome the 8-1 deficit against Emirates Team New Zealand. He even blew off his Oracle Open World keynote last year to be on the boat for the last race. After winning a Caribbean boat race some years ago, Ellison celebrated by petulantly flying over his defeated rival's boat at nearly mast high. He told Vanity Fair, "It was an incredibly adolescent and immature thing to do, and I highly recommend it." 4. Larry's greatest motivation is a competitive spirit. Ask Ellison why he still comes to work every day, what drives him after all he's achieved, and he'll tell you the same answer. He loves to compete. "I'm addicted to winning." Larry was influenced by Genghis Khan, who said that everyone should suffer and I should win. This is what made him more competitive, and for him, it was not about the money, but more about being number one. "The more you win, the more you want to win," he says. More recently, he described his motivation like this: "What drives me is this constant testing of limits, constant learning. How can you move the world just a bit, make a difference, change lives, and how much can I help while discovering my own limits?" The year 2000 saw a brief period where Larry Ellison was the richest man in the world. 2010 gave him the title of the 6th richest in the world. 2011 saw him even closer as the 5th. However, as of 2012, Ellison dropped to 8th richest in the world and the 3rd richest in America, just behind Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. In 2010, Ellison was reportedly the best-paid executive of the decade. He collected a total income of $1.84 billion US, according to the Wall Street Journal. Number 3. He does not mince words. Ellison is known for excoriating his opponents. He has referred to the board of rival Hewlett-Packard as idiots and mocked CAP co-founder Hasso Plattner's wild Einstein hair. Ellison goes after Microsoft, calling the company a monopoly and proposing that it be split into Microsoft A and Microsoft B. Several reports claim that Ellison shared a love-hate relationship with Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates. In an interview with Fortune magazine, Ellison also admitted that he hired a private investigator to throw up dirt on Bill Gates. Ellison called the incident unsavory, yucky, kind of, but legal. Commenting on Microsoft's flagship Windows OS, Ellison reportedly said in an interview, This Windows 95 is an enormously complicated piece of software, and the idea that people are going to install this in their household and manage these things in their household, to me, is hilarious. And it's time for something that's easier to use. Strangely but true, Apple founder and former CEO Steve Jobs is among Larry Ellison's best friends. Jobs is reported to be the official wedding photographer during Ellison's marriage to novelist Melanie Kraft in 2003. Ellison, in an interview with San Jose Mercury News, reportedly said, "Steve Jobs is my best friend and I love him dearly, and he is one of the most remarkable people on this planet." Ellison also credits Jobs for inventing the PC industry. He termed Jobs' firing from Apple in 1984 as one of the worst human resources mistakes in the history of Silicon Valley. Number 2. Philanthropic causes. Ellison is a signatory of the Giving Pledge, promising to donate 95% of his fortune before he dies. This was a movement to encourage the richest of the United States to commit to donating most of their wealth to philanthropic causes. Others to sign the pledge are Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Warren Buffett. In May 2016, Ellison donated $200 million to a cancer treatment center at the University of Southern California. Philanthropic causes are something Ellison truly believes in, and he has donated to countless organizations over the years. He has donated many millions of dollars to causes he believes in, and claims he will continue to do so over the years, both publicly and privately, since charity to him is a personal matter. Number 1. His friendly relationship with President Donald Trump. Ellison has said publicly that he supports Trump and wants him to do well, and hosted a Trump fundraiser at his Rancho Mirage home in February. Though he did not attend, the fundraiser caused an outcry among Oracle employees, who started a petition asking senior Oracle leadership to stand up to Ellison. Safra Catz, CEO of Oracle, also has close ties to the Trump administration, having served on Trump's transition team. Ellison and Trump remain close and have reportedly spoken on the phone about possible coronavirus treatments. Trump has also supported Oracle's bid to buy TikTok, calling Oracle a great company. Do share with us in the comments if you know anything else about Larry Ellison. Thanks for watching.